Hey everybody, it's Ricky Regalado, your host of Cleaning and Cocktails. I'm here live at the ISSA show in Las Vegas at the Mandalay Bay Convention. I'm with Laurie Sewell, the CEO of Servicon. But Laurie, I'm going to let you just do a better introduction of yourself.
Okay. All right. I'm Laurie Sewell, the CEO and president of Servicon. We're a building services contractor. We've been doing this for 51 years.
51 years.
And we're located in Southern California, but we're in 14 states.
Awesome.
We also have a distribution arm. And I am fortunate to be the incoming president of ISSA. I'm sitting on the board with my buddy.
Incoming president of ISSA, sitting right here. All right, so now let's talk about a challenge that you are facing in 2024. Either a challenge that you're coming here to find a solution, or just tell me a general challenge that you're facing.
Okay, this is going to sound really weird, and it almost sounds like when you're asked in an interview, tell me what your challenges are, and you come up with like a positive thing. Yeah. We had significant growth this year. Now everyone's like, oh, poor you grew, right?
No, growth can kill you.
Growth is hard, yeah. I mean, particularly if you're privately held, you're self-funding your growth, right? Which we've been doing.
Yep.
And we're 70. We started in 1973. We're 51 years old.
Wow, 50-year mark.
And believe it or not, I just started the business. They started the business on my birthday was when we started. It's just really fun. But anyways, so we have, we've been making a lot of changes. I always call myself a 50-year-old startup because we're constantly progressing and evolving, right? Yeah. But this growth just like really hit us all at once. And in our business, you got to take it when it comes, right? Yeah. You can't say, oh, we're not going to bid on that, and then it doesn't get rebid for 5 years, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to take it when it comes. And so here I am and trying to get the organization to understand that we're not just growing to grow, we're growing purposefully, but it was just the timing, because a lot of business was not released in 2023. So we literally had like $18 million worth of business that never got awarded that moved into 2024 because people were uncertain about the economy. So all of a sudden,
you just had another year of business that
right. So if you take the 2 years, it's kind of our standard growth pattern.
Yeah.
But last year wasn't, and this year was like, woof. Yeah. And so now we're actually having these opportunities, and my team's like, oh, we can handle it. And I'm like, sure we can.
We can.
And
Servicon.
Yes. And so you have to manage like all of that. The people are really working hard and doing good things. At the same time, we're considering a big ERP change.
Okay.
Digital transformation.
Oh yeah.
Which some of your products might be part of that digital transformation.
For sure.
And so we're still building the house while we live in it. And we're a pretty large contractor by some cases, but it's not doesn't change all that much. You just have more hands, but there's still a lot.
That's an ongoing challenge.
Still an ongoing challenge. Yeah.
So then, flip side, let's talk about one of the biggest wins you've had in 2024.
Well, we had a real challenge. We had a huge client. It was a large percentage of, probably too much percentage of our business, but they kept growing, right? Even though our business was growing, that was growing. They went out to a third-party contractor. So they stopped going direct to the custodial contractor.
Yeah, okay.
And they had just named us Supplier of the Year, and they were like a Fortune 500 company.
What?
So we just got Supplier of the Year, and then they're like, oh, and by the way, we're no longer going to do business with you. We're going to bring we're going to go out to a third party, and then they're going to. So we had to right. So we had to fight for the business that we had with a new client.
Yep.
And we did it. And we're still transitioning now, so it worked out well, and it actually has opened up opportunity for that client. But that was some of it is just hanging on to what you have. Yeah. And when those contracts,
so it's not about winning new; it's about winning and
retaking, and so you have to keep reinventing yourself or being flexible to whatever their new buying patterns are, or however they're going to manage it. So
this is, I was telling you offline, this is a question that I don't really ask too often, and I think a lot of the attendees of this show and just the audience. I'm thinking of them with this question is a lot of times, when you're in this environment, we're not working, we're talking about it. Hi, how are you? How are you doing? We always jump to like the positives and like, let's talk about the good things that are going on.
Right.
What do you think you'd rather hear about when you're really getting to know another fellow BSC? Is all the positives, or would you like to hear some of their failures?
I think it's not just BSC, it's like humans in general.
Humans in general.
I love when people are vulnerable. So I typically like to offer first. I actually met my husband on an airplane.
You set the tone. Oh, God.
and he and I met each other and just started. So I set the tone. I often share with some ridiculous story or something that I learned or something that was, to kind of set it out there as, oh, well, here's something like my favorite story of when I accidentally went into a men's restroom, literally in the stall and I heard men.
You're like, wait,
and I was like, wait, how did I? Because I wasn't paying attention. And so I'm like, yeah, I've done stupid things. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, okay, this person's real. They're human.
Yes.
I can be real and human with them. And then I think when we share, I love sharing successes, but I think when we share our challenges or something that may at the moment seem as a failure, right? Because it's hindsight, not always, right? May at the moment seem like a failure. You learn from each other and you get closer and you connect. And now I've just learned something. I always tell people I can tell them what not to do because I've been around long enough to do those things that you probably shouldn't do.
Oh, yeah.
So I prefer that.
Nice. So vulnerability.
Yes.
We have a panel every time. So you're going to come to the next Cleaning and Cocktails live. But
I would love to.
I purposely do a panel on vulnerability.
Oh, you do?
Because you're spot on. We like to lead or start the show with that because it breaks the barrier down.
Yeah.
Where everybody's like, man, that's a large cleaning contractor.
Yeah.
They just shared a vulnerable moment. Set the tone.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody else, it's cool.
Yeah.
Be human.
Yeah.
You can, be real.
Absolutely.
Let's not just talk about the positives.
I do that. I'm on a lot of women's panels and women's leadership things, so I often start with kind of the challenges I've had as a working mom, and some of the things that have been difficult and whatnot. And so I just like CEO's a neat title, right? But it doesn't mean shit doesn't go down.
No, hell no.
Or you don't have stuff that happens.
Yeah.
And I think people there's a sigh of relief in the room when all of a sudden they're like, oh, she's got that or that. She had to manage that. Oh, okay.
That was
I'm
me
not
too.
the only.
Yeah,
right. And then people come up and they go like, I'm really glad you said that because I've been in that situation or it's outright in that situation right now. And
nice.
It's nice.
Nice. Well, Laurie, let's go. Thank you so
much.
Thank you so much.
It was
I appreciate
lovely.
you. All right. Cleaning and Cocktails fam, we're out.
Awesome.